And it looks like we are live for our community right now, although
Hi
for you
everyone.
guys, it'll seem like it is pre-recorded. Yeah, Dave and I are helping to do the Yavië ritual, and we are taping this ahead of time or recording it ahead of time because of my intermittent internet access and really a place to do it, as well as not just the access to the internet, but like, lighting and like a background that's decent, and voice and all of that. So that's what's going on. So Dave, thank you for like being able to join me. This is
No
great, and then
problem.
it'll hopefully give people here a chance to feel like that we're with them live today. And so we're going to be definitely thinking about all of you patrons. And we just had the social a little while ago, our first one, and we're really excited about that. If you want to join next month's social, if you are a patron, keep your eye on the email. We're trying for the second Sundays of the month after this one. We're going to try for shooting for that. Even if I can't run it, possibly Dave and or Ian and or DeKindre can run the socials, if I can't make it for some reason. We're going to try to have that be a regular thing. So let's get ready for Yavië, which is the Elven autumn. This is the first day of Elven autumn, and it is the time of the year that Tia Eldaliéva uses to pause and connect with the energies of the earth, which in Elvish is called Arda. And so at this time, let's go ahead and do the Linde Ellen Lote song of the Starflower to set our ritual circle energies. And by circle, for some newcomers, this is a public video. Rather than envisioning a large circle around the world, each of us have our individual circles that we're working with, and then we connect with each other. And what this does is it provides more of an opportunity for self-sovereignty, which I believe is something that is important that the elves set example of in the stories. So this is just something that I like want to tell you guys. I don't know. I just felt like I need to tell you. So we'll first intone Eru. And, there's other alternatives that you can do, but we intone Eru for the beginning of everything. So we'll go ahead and start. And now we want to, this is the 7-pointed star, the septagram, but it is also, it's resonant of our symbol, which, by the way, it's more of the Vesica Pisces shape that we have called the septaquetra. And it's similar to triquetra because of the shaping of they're curved the way that the lines are for the Vesica Pisces. And the triquetra looks like that also. We have named this the septaquetra because there's 7 points rather than 3 points. And it means 7 cornered, if you literally translate it. But the points are still the same, even if the lines look different. We will hold our finger at the 4 o'clock position. Okay. And then we go around. Okay. So we're at the 4 o'clock position right now. We intone Star Day, which is Elenia. Trace our finger over to the 8 o'clock position. We intone Anadia, which is Sunday. Let's put our hand up in the 2 o'clock position. We intone Ecelia, which is the moon day. Down to the 7 o'clock position for Alduya, which is the trees day for the two trees Telperion and Laureline. Alduya. Up to the noon position at the top of the star, the Septuquitra with, hang on a second, Menelia, which is Heaven's Day. Down to the 5 o'clock position, and we intone Earenia, which is the Sea Day or Mariner's Day. We go to the 10 o'clock position, and we intone Valania, which is the day of the Valar, the powerful ones. And now we close it by going back to the 4 o'clock position where we originally started, and we intone Arda, which is the earth. Arda. And you can put your hand in the Fear Not Mudra, which is a seal, if you will, of the energy. And we can intone Ea. We can also, because Ea means behold, so we can start with Namaste Ea. We can do Ea with our hand like this, or we can hold our hands like in the behold position for Ea. We're going to do Ea 3 times. Ea. And we'll seal the energy of the circle. Next, we want to go to our directions if you can, but if you don't have that option and you are just sitting in front of your computer, you can do this in any case. This is the symbol for east, which is Roman. You want to draw that in front of you, and if you're facing east, amazing, but just visualize facing east. Put your hand in Fear Not Mudra, and we intone Roman. Roman. We now call on Manwe Sulimo, the High King of Arda, and Iluvatar's children. Excuse me, I read the wrong line. I'm going to start over. We now call on Manwe Sulimo, the High King of Arda, of the eagles and the winds, and his lady, Varda Elentari, the queen of the stars and the protector of Arda and Iluvatar's children. We welcome you into our circle. Aya. And now we want to trace the symbol in the south for Hjarmen, which is the Tengwar for this. And if you, again, visualize facing south if you're not able to do it. And hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra to seal the energy. And intone Hjarmen. Hjarmen. We now call on Tulkas, the youngest, bare-handed, ruddy warrior Vala, and Nessa, the sister of Orome and the friend of the deer, she who dances on the new green grass. We welcome you into our circle. Aya. Next, we want to trace this towards the north. This is the Tengwar called Fordman, and it means north. Hand in Fear Not Mudra. Let's intone Foreman. Foreman. We now call on Aule the smith, who dwells in the ground, the Vala of the mining and crafting of metals and gemstones, he who created the dwarves as a gift to Iluvatar, and our motherly Yavanna Kementari, the giver of fruits, and the queenly Yavië of Arda's maturing green vegetation of harvest and of the life that nourishes all of us. We welcome you into our circle. Aya. Next, you want to trace this symbol. It looks like an N with a little bit more of a curve right onto your heart chakra, because this means heart or inner mind. Okay, this is Vilia, or I'm sorry, Ore. This is Ore, the heart, the inner mind. But when we put our hand over our heart chakra, we intone me, which means within. So let's intone me now. Me. We now call on the hunter Vela Orome, the lord of the forests, he who loves the elves and wanders all of Arda on horseback with his horn, and Vana, the ever young and vital, she who aligns with the flowers and the new plant growth. We welcome you into our circle. Aya.
Aya.
And next, you want to do the top symbol here. This is the one for Velia, the sky, and you want to do it above you. And hold your hand upwards, but if that's uncomfortable, you can just hold your hand regularly in Fear Not Mudra. We intone, so this was Velia, the sky, that we traced above us, but we intone Or, which means above. Let's intone Or now. Or. We now call on Irmo, or Lorien, the Vala of the high light gardens, who nurtures our goals, our visions, and our dreams. And to Este the gentle, the Valier of rest, sleep, and healing. We welcome you into our circle. Aya. And now you want to do this bottom symbol, which is actually the symbol for Arda, oddly enough. But we'll do this below us. It looks like Roman with an extra tail. Okay, it's this symbol. Okay. And you want to hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra parallel to the ground. And we intone Undo, which means below. Let's intone Undo now. Undo. We now call on those of the Valar who walk alone. Ulmo, the brother of Manwe, the powerful and protective Vala of all of the musical waters of Arda, and Nienna, the Valier of our transformation and rebirth, she who with her tears intensely cleanses and restores all forms of fear, pain, and hurt that have come before. We welcome you into our circle. Aya. And last direction that we want to do, this is Numen, which is west. So if you can face west, great. If you can visualize west and then draw this Tengwar, put your hand in Fear Not Mudra. We will intone Numen now. We now call on Namo in the halls of Mondos, the Vala of the balance and fair judgment of our respective paths of death, and Vaire, the weaver of the ever-changing black and white threads of time, the past, the present, and the future. We welcome you into our circle. Aya.
Aya.
And then finally, we continue to face west if we're already there. But we want to either draw a flame or envision a flame in front of us, and the flame will resonate with the flame imperishable, but we will intone Iluve, which is the all, the everywhere, because the flame imperishable illuminates all. Okay, so you can draw a candle flame, you can make a jagged flame, you know, like a campfire flame. You can make a vessel like we did earlier, and then visualize your flame here, however you want to do it. So I'm going to do the candle flame and hold it, and I'm going to then intone Iluve with you.
Iluve.
We acknowledge that we are one with Iluvatar, as well as the spirit of Christ consciousness for Christians who are present in our circle. We feel the flame imperishable within us in our circle of celebration on this day or night, depending on where you are. Laita, blessings.
Laita.
Let us celebrate on this day Yavië, the harvest of fruits and the first day of new Elven autumn season. This meren, or feast, is aligned in Tia eldaliéva to Arda, the green earth herself, she who sustains us all. We have enjoyed the warmth and the pleasantness of Laire, the Elven summer season, and after all of our hard work, we are finally able to reap and thoroughly enjoy this beautiful bounty. We allow this nurturing, healing energy to flow and resustain the familiar and the nature spirits, be they Kelvar, Olvar, or Kemen, meaning animal, plant, or mineral. Let us, as always, send our loving, healing energy for a perfectly balanced Arda, our lovely home created by the music of the Ainur so long ago. Laita.
Laita.
And so we'll prepare for meditation. If you have water, you can visualize the Starflower here. And I have a link to a Starflower that's in color if you prefer that. But just look at the shape of the flower. That's pretty much all that's resonant. Put that shape into your water. And if you don't have any water, you can use your hands just like before, like holding water. And then you can like tip that up like that. And that's what I'm going to do today. So if you want to, you can get your feet comfortable on the floor. So if you need a chance to get your water, get it now. And infuse the Starflower essence via your mind and into the water, like through your eyes, however that works. And so we want to get comfortable with our feet flat on the floor, and they're uncrossed. Our hands are open, uncrossed, and facing up or down, whichever feels more comfortable. And now we want to close our eyes. And we notice in front of us that we are standing on Coro Larire, which is the green mound of the two trees, Telperion and Laureline. We see the beautiful silvery moonlight of the white tree Telperion filling the left side of our body, while we are seeing our left side glowing silver. And we see this circulating in our very blood. We especially circulate this silver energy in the ajna, or the third eye chakra, as well as the sacral, or the orange chakra, which is located just about 3 inches below your belly button. You may see other colors right now. That is fine. We just allow. And now we want to visualize the right side of our body with the gorgeous golden sunlight of the golden tree laurelene. It fills up our right side, and it even circulates in our very blood. We see the golden light radiating from our right side. We just allow. We want to circulate this gold energy in the crown chakra at the top of our head, as well as the solar plexus, which is just below the joining of where your rib cage is. Allow yourself to be nurtured by this healing light. And now we want to push our tree roots through our feet. So visualize you having roots going deep, deep, deep into Ardha, and Ardha nourishes you. At the same time, in the center of the roots, you want to put a grounding cord, and the grounding cord is a drain that allows you to drain away all the residual energy that is used and that you want to leave your energy field to go down to Ardha for recycling. Basically, it's composting. We want to really pull up that Ardha earth energy through our roots and bring it all the way up above our crown, like maybe even 2 feet above your crown. Okay, so that it's kind of like a triangle, like Ardha's energy coming up through the roots all the way up through your crown. And now we want to concentrate on the sky energies, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the sky, and Menel, the heavens themselves, coming through our branches and coming through our crown chakra all the way down, and pull that heaven and sky energy all the way down about 2 feet underneath your feet, so that you have energies from the sky and energies from Ardha, the earth, and you are in the middle of it. And we circulate these energies around our chakras to release anything that is not supposed to be in them anymore and rebalance our system. So, and the chakras will spin, they'll spin out anything that they don't need. They'll collect new energy of what they need from the earth and from the sky. And then they'll rebalance themselves. So we want to do that with our red root chakra first. And then we want to do it with our orange chakra. We do it with the yellow chakra, our solar plexus. We do it with our heart chakra. We then do it with our throat chakra. And the throat chakra, I also count the thymus. And so that's a different energy, but that has to do with our immune system. So the throat area where we speak, where we make connections into the universe, we want to have this area, this blue area, very clear. We want our third eye very clear so that we can see the way forward and have clarity. And then finally our crown. And for those of you who resonate, you can do your soul star chakra above you, and you can do your earth star chakra below you. So we now let all the residual energy, all of the stress, all of the sadness, all of the anger, all of the pride, all of the shame, all of the guilt, let that all go down the grounding cord and let it go into the center of Ardha. Ardha will take it and she will recycle it and make new energy for us. So we want to just let it all go and let the new energies come up through us so that we can do new things with a new energy. And now we can ask for that bubble of energy to be protected around us. Okay, so we have like Vanna's hair being a gossamer film, we can have that around our field, protecting us in this new energy. And we still have to maintain our energy, but this will allow you to go longer and longer in having a healthy energy to bring into the earth area. There's a lot of people right now who are really struggling to, like, because the emotions of, fear and pain and anger, they're really strong right now. So we need to keep our energy fields really strong, and Arda can help us. Arda can take it. Arda is created, and the way that it's created is so that all of us can ground into that energy. And we're here celebrating Arda today. So we feel our tree roots pushing deeper and deeper into Arda. We feel very supported by Arda. We feel the energies of Velia, the sky, and in all directions. We have a symbiotic relationship with the golden and silver light. So we feel the energy swaying and lit up silver. And then it sways back and lights up gold. And it sways again, silver. Sways again, gold. And just keeps flowing in a very symbiotic, natural way. We're probably connecting to Aya, even Iluvatar, the Valar or Maiar, maybe even your guides at this point. You might even be more fully reawakening Elven DNA if you believe in that type of thing, or ancestral memory, or connecting to the Elven wisdom or Elven soul of what it is that you wish to connect with. Whatever Tolkien's material part that you really connect with in the joy and loving area, that's what we want to nurture. That's what we're connecting to. And now we visualize that we are inside of Arda. So like, let's just focus on the inside, like the center of Arda, where we send down the grounding energy and where we receive energy. Let's visit the center of Arda, and we feel the substance and the sustenance through her structure and through nourishment that even is abundant, like even in the plant foods and our foods on the planet. We feel her sheer strength. And we want to ask Arda how to show her our sustaining relationship, and through how it would work with every living being on the planet, and doing it all in a very natural, vitalistic balance. Arda is also a springboard for all of the elements, like the waters of Ulmo, the breezes of Manwe, the plant life of Yavanna, and even a home for the rocks and the gems and the realms of Aiule. And so while you're in the Arda space, you may wish to plant your own seeds that you have mentally intended or imprinted with your wishes for health, fertility, abundance, and love. And Arda will help manifest them when the time is right. So we want to remember any symbols, correspondences that come in. We're going to do, let me see how many minutes of meditative music that we need. And we're going to use an Arda 7.83 hertz Schumann resonance video. It's a different one than what we used last year. And so we're going to tune into the energies of Ardha, and the pendulum is saying 15 minutes. So we will do a 15-minute meditation, and then we'll come back here when we're ready to close. Let's see. Should it be this way or this way? Which way do you like it better?
Let's see here.
With us at the bottom and a larger screen, but we're overlapped on it, or do you like it like with us off to the side?
Personally, Personally, I like it better at the bottom, so it says it makes the video larger. Okay.
We'll do it this way today. Okay, I'll switch to this screen, and I will set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, and I'll push play. Okay, can you hear it, Dave?
Yeah, I can hear it fine.
Okay, great. That means that everybody else can hear it too. So I'm going to push the button. And we will meditate in Ardha. And now our meditation can come to a close. We want to thank the Valar for being here. We want to thank the Maiar Elven guides that are here, and the presence of Arda that we just experienced. We want to slowly come back to our physical conscious world, remembering what transpired. So we bid the center of Arda farewell, and we turn our attention back to Koro Larire, the green mound of the two trees. We bring our consciousness into the trees themselves. Now we want to draw in our branches, and as we do that, we also want to unroot from Arda, but we realize we always have this connection. And now let's slow down the golden energy on the right side of our body. And then slow down the silver energy. And then we see the energies becoming small and portable. They become the 3 jewels, the 3 Silmarils. And we can keep them in our pocket for energy at any time that we want to access them. Now we can take a deep breath, and if we are still kind of in relaxation mode a little bit, you can either drink or eat something. You could put a little bit of salt on the tip of your tongue. You can clap your hands, move around, get back in your body. And we're feeling very refreshed. Our work is done. We acknowledge the existence of Iluvatar, the all that is, Eru, and the flame imperishable while we are in circle. And for Christians, we thank the Christ Spirit for being with us in circle. And may we see your presence in all outside of this circle, Laita. Thank you to all of the Valar, and in particular to the place of where the Valar all contracted for in the music of the Ainur, and that is Arda. We are carrying out in spirit our work done here tonight. We hereby open ourselves to you, Arda, even outside of this circle, Laita.
Laita.
We acknowledge and we are grateful for the elements and the directions, and to the silver and the golden light for creating our blessed space in which we may do our spiritual work on this sacred day or night. Laita.
Laita.
And now with the energies of the gold and the silver light that we've all generated in the circle, we want to gather that together. And then we want to push it all down, down, down. Let it sink into Arda, the soil, all the way to the center of Arda. Arda, here is a gift of energy, of pure intent, of love, light, and healing that comes from the very deepest places of our hearts. And may it heal you and all of your inhabitants and bring all things to natural balance. And the circle is now open. Laita.
Laita.
Okay, so if you guys are still a little lightheaded, go ahead and get, some food, water, salt for the tip of your tongue, walk around, do something to get back in your body. If you drift off to sleep and you just want to sleep for the night, that would be okay too. And I just want to tell, for my experience of this, because this was the first time that we used this particular video, I really got relaxed a lot more than I have on other meditation music. And I was going to ask you, Dave, if that happened also to you.
I got imagery from it. Not so much relaxed, but I got imagery from it that was pretty clear. So
Oh, I did not get any images, nothing. I was just like float, relax, and it was finally like I'm feeling some of the tension leaving my body finally because it's been a long time. So,
I can
um,
I can um I can describe my visual experiences if you want. So
okay, this is a public video
yeah,
letting you know.
I actually have two links to post in here, so I'll post them in the private chat, and then you can like later you can repost them on the video or whatever.
Okay,
Um,
like for the for okay, brilliant.
right. Basically, when the music started, or rather the the basic. This is probably binaural beat technology, right? With it has a Schumann
It's
resonance
something like
frequency in it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it has a resonance with it, but it was
Right.
set for the Schumann resonance, which is
Right.
the resonance of the Earth
Yeah.
right now.
w- Well, what it is actually, it's the distance between the Earth's surface and the top of the ion. Well, the densest portion of the ionosphere is the right distance to cause lightning strikes to resonate at that frequency. That's what actually
Oh,
causes the Schumann resonance. And
wow.
be, I already knew that, but what I got when I realized basically that I was getting images from it. See, because it's a little bit different than a regular meditation. For me, the visual information, because I'm a visual thinker, the visual information normally starts right away. But there was a bit of a lag with this one, probably because the Schumann frequency was there. But anyway, I immediately started getting images of lightning strikes, and there was even a very brief image of lightning splitting the roof of Sauron's temple in Numenor. But that was very brief. That was like only like 2 or 3 seconds, and then
Wow.
it immediately transitioned to watching stars in their orbit of our galaxy, and each it switched me actually being able to see their magnetic fields and what it looks like when a star is in, with its planets, uh if any, in orbit. Looks like this. I will post the link into the chat here. That's the actual image of what it looks
Okay.
like, and
Okay.
then the explanation of why it looks like that is in the next link I'm going to post. So let's see here. There we are. So, and
Okay.
if you take a look at that image, the first link I posted, that's basically what it looks like. In this case, it's our sun, but it happens with any star in its
Hmm.
orbit around the galaxy. It trails its magnetic field. The magnetic field is compressed at the leading edge. So, but I was actually seeing that like with all kinds of different stars. I had the ability to basically to almost do a faster than light jump, to different stars. But
Wow.
I could also see the magnetic fields, which I normally, of course, wouldn't be able to do. But it was an interesting visual experience that it's a little bit different than any other that I've gotten before. So
You know
that's
what?
kind of
Just
cool.
so that we have a record of this on the video, I'm going to um, stop. Okay, I'm going to share this file if we can
Oh, okay.
um, in the Chrome tab. Yeah, this first one here. Okay. So this is the first image, and actually we'll put us underneath. How's that? How's that, Dave?
Okay. Yeah.
So we
Cool.
have
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
record of this,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case they move that
I like
image
that.
or something.
Right.
I
Right.
did put it in the live chat. Later, I'll try to add it to either the video description or comments below.
Right.
And then, by the way, any of you watching this, please put your experiences in the comments below, because we are not going to be having the live chat open because we're doing this in a pre-recorded way this time. So just letting you know how that worked. Let me go ahead and we'll take this out and the next one, I'm going to also put into copy link address.
That one, the second one goes to a web page basically, so that has it's
I
text.
see.
So that's
Oh,
why
I see. Okay.
explanation.
So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, the first image is actually drawn from that article. I just did a right
I
click and
see.
copy image. So
I see. Okay. So this is the article. Okay.
right.
Particles bouncing off solar system edge give clues of magnetic fields. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So this is great. Okay. So that's the link. And we'll make sure that that link gets in, you know, the description and stuff. So, but we have the photo. In fact, I'll bring that back up again. Just for the record. Share screen. Chrome tab. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool, actually. What a cool vision. So the first thing that I thought about when you were talking about the lightning strikes, I didn't even put two and two together here, because astrologically, the planet Uranus represents lightning, and it is conjunct the north node of the moon right now. And it is also conjunct Mars, the planet of, like, you know, like also fast action and, you know, breakthroughs. And so when I see Mars and Uranus together, I often think of, like, you know, breakthroughs, but, you know, breakouts and you know, like accidents and those types of things. But it's like a sudden shock. It's a sudden change of things that kind of matches the lightning thing. And interestingly, this is global right now, and it's in Taurus, which is the sign of the earth and all of the fixed energies of earth. And no matter how strong they look, these structures are getting broken down now. So it's interesting that you also had a vision of the energies of this lightning, if you will, crashing down on the tower of evil, if you will. I mean, because that's what I think Sauron represents.
Right.
And it's been long ongoing. It's been, you know, many, you know, like centuries, maybe even, you know, millennia, okay, that this has been going on. And here we are, like at a precipice of being able to just strip some of that down and start over. And it's very interesting that, to me, after that, you're not even an astrologer, but you are an astronomer. Right. And that you saw a vision of the stars in the sky after you saw these. Right. You saw the lightning, then you saw Sauron's tower falling, then you were looking at the stars. And I'm like, really? Right. I couldn't help but notice that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and remove this image now. And so, yeah, so we wish all of you a very, you know, wonderful, okay, Valima Yavië. That's what our, you know, that's what our meme says. And we'll be putting the notice out there for you guys. And we had our social setting earlier today, and that was fun. We had some really good conversation about language, mostly with Vera Faith, who was quite involved in the meeting. You know, she had a lot to share today, and I'm looking forward for other patrons in the future to share what they're, you know, into and what they're about and why they're a part of the Elven path and what makes it important for them, and, you know, share the things that they want to share with that. So I just wanted to, before we close up, just wanted to say double again, thank you to all the patrons. We have Mildo, who is our newest patron. We have our, like, longtime patrons that are, you know, that keep coming, and we're really appreciative of you guys watching our videos. we're going to be having a part 2 coming up on the science and spirituality one. We have part 1 already done, and that was more geared toward the science end, although we did explore a little bit of the shamanic end, but it was really geared toward the science end. We're going to do one that is more geared toward the shamanic end in the near future. Dave, we'll figure out the date for that,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
when
That's
I
cool.
have more reliable internet access.
Right. Okay.
You know, or just, you know, when it can happen, so that everybody can watch that. And if you guys have any questions before part 2 is done, make sure that you contact us. We have our link tree down in the path. There's a contact place for you to contact us. Many of you are like friends with me on Facebook, Instagram. You can get a hold of me there too. So, or just leave a comment down in this video and just say, hey, you know, about your science and spirituality part 2, I want to ask blank blank. You know, we'll get the comment, and we'll see if we can do our job about getting back to you. And we're hoping that this meditation was really deep and really powerful, really cleansing in the groundbreaking way of allowing Arda to nourish us fully, and allowing ourselves to be fully nourished by Arda. Because some of what we do, we hang on to a lot of things that we don't need anymore. And part of this Mars Uranus North Node conjunction at 18 degrees Taurus is to clear away this older energy that is no longer resonating with you, and free yourself from that, and allow in new energy in order to create new things with in the world. And we very much look forward to our collective and even individual creation that we bring forth into the world. Laita, many blessings to all of you. Valima, Yavië. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful evening, wonderful season.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night. Good night.